Can you imagine that in a few years you will no longer use dollars, euros, or even a bank card, and instead just send USDT in one click? Today, we'll look at what stablecoins are, why they're needed, whether they can replace fiat money, and why governments around the world are seriously concerned about it. And at the end, we'll look at the most unexpected scenario. Perhaps stablecoins will become not just an alternative, but the only form of money in the future. I'm sure that not everyone fully understands what stablecoins are, so now I'll explain it as simply as possible. Stablecoin is a cryptocurrency, the rate of which is tied to the price of conventional currencies, most often to the dollar. Imagine a digital copy of the dollar that runs on a blockchain, but maintains stability and predictability like a familiar fiat. The most popular examples are the USDT, USDC, and DAI. USDT and USDC are issued by centralized companies and backed by real reserves. At least that's what these companies claim. DAI, on the other hand, is a decentralized stablecoin. It works without a single center and is backed by other cryptocurrencies. But why do we even need such coins if there is already Bitcoin or Ethereum? It's quite simple. Most cryptocurrencies are highly volatile. Today you have $1,000 in BTC, and tomorrow it's already $820. Stablecoins solve this problem. They don't fluctuate in price. They're convenient to trade, pay for services, use in DeFi, and you don't have to worry that the rate will collapse overnight. Essentially, it is the stablecoins that have become digital dollars. They are used by traders, investors, decentralized applications, and even regular users who just want to store funds on the blockchain without risk. Now, when it's clear what stablecoins are and why they are even needed, let's take a brief look at where they are already being used. First of all, this is, of course, the online space. Stablecoins are the basis for working with decentralized finance. With USDT, USDC, and DAI, you can participate in lending, farm the yield, trade on decentralized exchanges. Also, it's the stablecoins that are most often used for transfers between countries, especially in regions where fiat is unstable and the banking system is cracking at the seams. As for the use of stablecoins in real life, I won't go into detail because I already have a separate video on my channel fully dedicated to this topic. It will appear at the top of your screen. I recommend you to watch it if you want to understand how you can pay USDT for food, tickets, clothes, and even utilities. I'll say one thing. In many countries, paying with stablecoins is already a reality, and this method is developing faster than it seems. But if stablecoins are becoming so popular, the question arises, how do the states look at all this? Just recently, in the United States, stablecoins have officially reached a new level. They were the first of all cryptocurrencies to acquire a direct legal status. Bills, reserve requirements, mandatory checks, all this speaks for one thing. The authorities are no longer ignoring stablecoins, they are preparing to regulate them. Why? Because stablecoins are starting to compete with fiat. They're faster, cheaper, don't require banks, and work around the clock. Imagine someone being able to send $10,000 through a blockchain in seconds. No fees, no SWIFT, no bank. And it's all outside of government control. And that's why many countries have gone their own way, creating an alternative in the form of CBDCs, central bank digital currencies. China has already launched a digital yuan. Europe is actively testing the digital euro. Russia is in the process of piloting a digital ruble. The difference between stablecoins and CBDC is that stablecoins are a private initiative, often decentralized. And CBDC is the government-controlled counterpart embedded in the traditional financial system. And yes, it is the competition between these two formats, private and public digital currencies, that could determine what the future of money will be in the coming years. Now let's get to the main question. Can stablecoins replace fiat at all? Because while some see them as a convenient tool, others see them as a full-fledged alternative to the banking system. Let's start with the strong points. First of all, it's instant transfers. It doesn't matter whether you send USDT to your neighbor or to the other side of the planet, the transaction takes seconds. Secondly, there are no intermediaries. No banks, no interbank fees, no rejections due to security checks, and no limits. Everything works 24/7 and without weekends. And the third thing is that stablecoins make global settlements as simple as possible. One digital dollar and you can pay with it in Argentina or Korea. But there are also plenty of problems. The main one is centralization. Most popular stablecoins like USDT and USDC are issued by companies that we trust that they actually have real dollars in reserve. Add to this regulatory pressure. More and more countries want to control the circulation of stablecoins, which means bans, licenses, reports. This could limit access to them or make them harder to use. And of course, there's the issue of collateral. If tomorrow the issuing company goes bankrupt or loses its licenses, what happens to your USDT? So stablecoins will be able to replace fiat, but not everywhere and not immediately. Most likely, we will see several scenarios of development. In countries with financial problems, where inflation is eating up wages, stablecoins could partially supplant fiat. This is already happening in Latin America and some Asian countries. Perhaps they will replace SWIFT and PayPal as a tool for fast and cheap international transfers. And somewhere, on the contrary, there will be a severe conflict with digital currencies of central banks, or even a merger when the state will authorize the use of stablecoins under the control of the regulator. The future won't be certain, but one thing is clear. The role of stablecoins in the financial system is only growing, and there's definitely no getting away from them. But let's put the facts aside for a moment and imagine what the world could be like if stablecoins really do become the backbone of the financial system. Not just an addition to fiat, but a real new form of money. Imagine you get your paycheck in USDC, send gifts to friends in DAI, pay your rent in USDT, and all of this in a couple of clicks, directly from your cryptocurrency wallet. Banks no longer exist in their usual form. They've evolved into crypto platforms that simply help people manage digital assets. Branches, plastic cards, intermediaries are all in the past. Fiat as a concept hasn't gone anywhere, but it now lives on the blockchain in the form of stablecoins. It's still the same dollar, only fast, digital, and powered by smart contracts. And then the question is no longer, will stablecoins replace fiat, but rather, will they become a new form of fiat itself? And if we are already talking about the future of the financial system, it is worth thinking not only about how to spend digital money, but also how to earn from it. For example, if you keep a part of your portfolio in Solana, why not get a stable passive income from it? Our company Robobo is a validator in the Solana network. By delegating your SOLs to our validator, you can earn up to 11% annually, and your coins stay in your wallet. You simply put them to work, and the network pays you a reward for it. It's a simple and reliable way to make your crypto work for you, especially if you already believe in the long-term future of networks like Solana. The link to the Robobo Validator is, as always, in the description below this video. As you can see, stablecoins aren't just a handy tool for traders or DeFi. They may be the future of the entire financial system. Now they are used on the internet, appear in real life, and already get official status in the largest economies of the world. And further on, it's even more interesting. Competition with banks, digital currencies of central banks, and perhaps a complete transformation of what we call money today. And now a question for you. Do you think that stablecoins can really replace fiat? Or will they always remain just a tool within the crypto market? Write in the comments. It will be interesting to read your thoughts. If this video was useful, don't forget to like it and subscribe to the channel